Today we're going to be given instructions on how to make a DIY flower crown. Provided in your kit you will find a metal hoop as shown here and also a roll of Stemtex, the green tape. So the next section involves ripping off a section of Stemtex. Then we're going to begin applying this to the metal hoop. When applying, gently stretch the Stemtex almost so that it goes transparent. But be careful not to pull it too much because this can rip it. So it's just a case of pulling the Stemtex quite thin and then just wrapping it around the actual metal wire.
So in your kit you will be provided with a mixture of foliage and some fresh flowers. First of all, we are going to cut little bits of eucalyptus and strip the bottom part of the leaves so you have a little stem like shown. So we have little bundles of eucalyptus, and the next step now is to get a flower to go in with our bundle. So I've picked a rose, a spray rose, and what I am going to do is just literally cut one of the stems off the spray rose. So I would take that leaf off as well, attach these together like this, and then you're going to use your Stemtex again and wrap it around the bottom part of the stems, ready to be put onto your flower crown.
So here we've got the little bundle of eucalyptus and the rose, and we're now literally going to stretch the Stemtex like we did before around the actual metal hoop, just covering all the stems. And just keep going until you get to the bottom.
We are now going to add our first bundle to our flower crown. We are going to use the Stemtex again, and we're going to wrap it around the bundle and the flower crown itself. So it does get a bit trickier. Got to remember to keep pulling the Stemtex so it's slightly transparent. So as you can see, it's attached now with the Stemtex, and that's your first part of your flower crown. Here's another bundle that I've made up, and I've also wrapped the stems all together in Stemtex at the bottom. This can now be added onto the flower crown as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly angle this towards the bottom, just so that as I'm putting them on, I'm doing one lower and one higher. This is just so then it creates an overall bigger flower crown. So we are continuing the process of adding the bundles onto the ring. So like we did before, we used the Stemtex to connect the two together. We're going to do exactly the same again, and remember to keep pulling the Stemtex so it's slightly transparent, but be careful not to break it, as it is easy to do so. In the end, if you just give it a slight push, it's so sticky that it does all stick together. So that's with the two on now, and this is going to continue to be done all the way around the hoop to create the flower crown. We're halfway through making our flower crown, and this is what it will look like. As you can see, we're continually putting our bundles on one by one, and that was the last one that I attached, and we will continue to do this all the way around the ring until it joins up together. This is quite a large flower crown in terms of style. This is where personalities really shine out, so yours could be smaller or they could be larger, just depending on how you work really. Some people work more neater, some people work more bigger. And I have gone a bit bigger here. It's kind of more festival, I'd say, than a wedding flower crown. When you come to the last bundle, you carefully place it underneath the first bundle. This is attached with Stemtex, which is quite tricky, but it can be done. Just wrap it carefully around the stems and the ring like we did at the beginning. The foliage then is placed over the top just to carefully cover it up, so then you cannot see the green Stemtex. This is how the flower crown will look when it's finished and completed. And remember, you can come out with your personalities on your flower crowns. They could be big or they could be small, just have fun and enjoy.